Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today's topic is why the college experience sucks. Well, I'll start with this. I'll be honest. When I was a kid growing up, I used to watch a lot of movies like American Pie, even though I shouldn't be watching American Pie. They had it one time like on FX or AMC when I was on DirecTV channels back then. And the Transformers movies like Transformers 2 and stuff like that. I used to just see like the college atmosphere. I'd be very like, curious to see like if that was going to be like the way when I got older, like in my 20s and everything. And just the college experience kind of sucks, and it's one of those things where you expect like this big amount of community people, and to have like whatever major you're in, have people to kind of socialize, talk to, and connect, and really figure stuff out. Hell no, people are just trying to come in, do be in that class for however long, an hour or two, sometimes 3 to 4 hours, and they go home. That's it. There's no, hey, let's hang out after class, or what you up to? What project you trying to do, or what business you trying to get into? I'm trying to get into this internship. Oh, really? I'm trying to do the same thing too. Let's connect. Nah, hell no, it ain't like that. It's mostly established friend groups and people, not really wanting to talk and expand out. And of course, it's really disappointing because that's one of the main reasons why I went to college, was because of that. I wanted to socialize and be around other artists and people that have the same interests. And you can have the same thing going on to your university too as well. Now, I know there's the financial part about school, and that people would like to say like how expensive it is. I was very fortunate to have a system where I was able to go into school and not really have to worry about being in debt or anything like that. But a lot of times, the experience and just the energy, just being at school, especially the one I go to, it's like it's okay for the most part. And I really, a part of me when I was growing up, I never expected. It's one of those things where it's just like, damn, I did not expect that. When, like I said, I was growing up, I watched movies like Transformers, and the second part, Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen, when he went to college and he was having the blast of his time. Like he was, having fun, meeting friends and all kinds of stuff. Like it was a movie, but it was an introduction towards that. And then, of course, you got the 21 Jump Street movies, and a lot of movies in the 2000s, like the movies in the early 2000s and the 2010s, early 2010s, kind of showed high school and college to be this most extravagant place to be at. Like you was missing out if you didn't go to college. Like you was gonna miss out on all the attention and all this. It's just like, no, that shit is a big scam. And it's like, when you get older, it's like, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, people are not trying to socialize, and they over here trying to pay for their own things, of how damn expensive it is now, but compared to how it was before, around that time where people were able to go out and have fun. The party scene was more popular in the 2000s, where it was more sustainable to get drunk and get wasted, and it wasn't really start out to be a bad thing. It was just people just doing what they're supposed to do around that age. It was just have fun and get wasted. But yeah, it's one of those things where we can't find that community. You gotta start your own community and do your own thing. Because damn, it's like making connections is probably the most crucial aspect of anything, because you never know where that connection can take you. They could be working in a company, and then say later down the line they need someone to refer to, then they know you. It'd be cool to see that, because when they refer someone that they know and they talk to, and they can, have some type of reliable trust into that person, it's more sustainable for you to get that job position or whatever position they have open for you. But when they don't want to talk, it's like, okay, like, that kind of closed out. And I don't see things and you should never see things that are like, oh, like one person just benefiting off the other. It's just both should be benefiting off the party. So that's why it's like, opening up and talking to people is probably one of the coolest things you can possibly do. But yeah, it's just when I noticed in college, a lot of people just kind of stopped wanting to talk. And I've been into this university for a couple of years, and I really haven't been making like a broad amount of friends, like friend groups and stuff like that, like I've expected, because everybody is kind of like, you see them from one point of time, and then you don't really see them again. You see them for one class period, then they're gone the next, and it's just like, whoa. Trying to get contacts to people. And it's just a different scene, because, we're all older, and the times are different. Circumstances may be different. People may be working and they don't want to hang out and have fun, which is something that's understandable. But yeah, it's one of those things where if you can't find people, you gotta be your own people. Yeah, because I'm like, dude, man, college is, the opportunities up there. I mean, of course, I'm going to Cal State LA. I'm not speaking towards like universities like UCLA and Dominguez and Harvard, all those other ones. Like the one I'm going to currently is like, damn, like people ain't trying to talk, ain't trying to connect or socialize or nothing. The energy is dead. And a lot of times you go on the campus, there's no events where it's like you can stop and really enjoy and feel welcome to be a part of that community. And when I was in community college, it was different. Community college for me, my experience was people were bound to talk to people. And this is before COVID too. I remember before COVID, everybody just, it was normal socializing and talking to people. You know, I was one of those ones that I was always talkative. I always loved going out and being around people and just going to school, even when I didn't have school, because it was just like, cool talking and connecting with people and actually getting information. And then you learn people what they do. It's just the interactions. Like, oh, this person knows business. Oh, this person knows how to play music. He plays the guitar. I knew this guy was playing this kick-ass keyboard, and he was just going crazy with it. And then of course, I did art, so guess what? He needed someone to do like logos and stuff like that. And then he knew other people that needed help with their art and their other stuff. And it was just like a constant flow of connecting with people and adding value and having meaningful conversations. And this was before COVID. This was like, a certain time period where talking and interacting with people felt normal and it didn't feel like this instant gratification thing. Like, oh, like, no, what are you wasting my time? Like, I don't want to talk to you, or I'm going to close myself off from you, or this weird energy and stuff like that. And it's like, of course, you're not going to force yourself to talk. And the thing that's crazy about it, it rubbed off on me in the wrong way, where I started dealing with that for so many years of people not wanting to talk, not wanting to talk. I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm gonna keep this shit and keep it rolling. I'm gonna, it affected me because I was like, man, like, dude, I've been going this place for years. I've been going this, it's just your environment really has an effect on who you are as a person the longer you've been dealing with it. So I've been dealing with people that not wanting to talk, not wanting to make connections, not wanting to do anything and closed off. Eventually I started doing that myself, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. And of course, what happens through a course of time is like you start becoming antisocial and an introvert. And I used to be an extrovert and an introvert, but now I'm leading more towards being an introvert. And wasn't by choice. It wasn't like I wanted to be an introvert. I've always have this extroverted personality about myself. But when you deal with so many people that don't want to talk to you, that don't want to have anything to do with you, hell, not even see your portfolio, it's like, why I gotta do all, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna get pretty frustrated and just like, well, what's the point? I'm not gonna talk to anybody at all. And that's like one of the worst things to do, because you're gonna close yourself off of potential, you know, opportunities that you may have in life, which someone told me about, and I became very aware of. But it's just for so long when you go to these environments that have, universities and environments that people just they don't want to talk and they don't want to do anything, negative energy, and it affects you because you don't want to open up. Now you close yourself off. You don't want to deal with anybody. And it's one of those things where, like, yeah, in college, I really noticed that just dealing with that. But, I'm halfway there with going to college, and I'm still, have hope and stuff. And, you should too. One of the main things of, find your people and find where they're at and just, take advantage of it. The cool thing about with art, when I go to conventions, I ain't gonna lie, there's so many people that have so much, like, information, excitement, this energy of, like, I really want to actually take this course serious. It's like, imagine you're in business or, nursing or whatever, and then you go to this spot where people are constantly trying to learn and get better at their craft and whatever there is trying to do, looking for internships. Same thing as you, and they want to have fun too. You know how awesome of a group that is to have interest in the same thing and also want to have a future and working towards that and also have fun at the same time. It's like working like in a multiple circle. It's like it's like it's one of those. It's so cool because you know you actually benefit. You're getting better at the same time while enjoying yourselves. It's like wow, but you know, I said wow, yeah. So it's like unfortunately, when it's the opposite, when people that don't really, it's like they're just taking it just to take it. You know, it's like taking a class because either it's good for their GPA or financial aid, and it's like they don't really want to be there, and it kind of shows too. And you know, it affects you. It's like you know, you want to be in an environment where people are constantly motivating each other to be better. But when you're in an environment where people are hostile or very antisocial and just weird energy, it you know, and you're that one beacon of hope that oh I'm gonna I'm gonna still keep doing my it will get to you eventually, and then around the time you're gonna have to change your environment, and it's a sign for that. But yeah, this video I really wanted to tell that you know whatever environment you're in, you gotta just change it, and you'll see it better, because you never know what you're going through until you make a change, and then you look back, it's like damn, I was really dealing with that. So yeah, thank you guys in comments. Make sure you guys like and share in the comments pretty much if you guys been through the same thing from whatever college or whatever environment you've been at. Let me know. You guys take care. Have a good one. Peace.